Here we are. We're live-ish.
We're live on Matt's channel only.
Yeah, so weird. Welcome, everyone, to the Scale Builders Guild only.
You got a live pre-show on mine for 5 minutes, unbeknownst to us, where we discussed things that we wouldn't normally discuss on.
I'm an old man, and my bones hurt.
Wow.
Well, here we are. Welcome, everyone, to live stream number 59.
59.
59er.
I'm gonna continue to try and make mine work.
Yeah, you can do that. Otherwise, this is going to be the most watched live stream of all time.
On Matt's channel.
On my channel.
Right. I don't know what's going on. For some reason, YouTube Live Studio is down on mine, no matter the browser I attempt to use. So
I think it's just because maybe you started one and then you didn't stop it. So it's like stuck in a loop.
I deleted that, started a new one, the whole deal.
Anyway, why don't you let us all know where you're watching from and what ailments you suffer from?
Yeah.
Minor ailments. I don't want to know
ailments.
About big ailments. So it's Wednesday. We've had half of a week again.
We have.
A full week since we saw you all.
Yeah, it's I'm glad we made it again, with all of our ailments that we discuss.
Nobody's seriously ill.
Yes, that's good. So let's see. It's been busy. We are going to bring Rich Trujillo on later. And it's only appropriate that we have technical difficulties.
It's the Rich Trujillo curse.
Yes, it is.
The Trujillo trajectory is quite
up
low.
to this point, it has only been on Matt's side that the issues have happened when Rich has come on.
Yeah.
So
it's only a matter of time.
We may just have a lights out.
Yeah. Oh,
lights out.
Here's hoping the power goes out again tonight. We did have some pretty significant thunder showers today. They were blowing in from the west. Yeah, I was right. Blowing in from the west. Laying a lot of precipitation down.
Because none of us know which way you're facing. So.
Yes, everyone. Josh's stream isn't working, correct. So you'll all have to watch over here. You'll have to put up with me on the left and Josh on the right instead of Josh on the right and me on the left.
Right. Actually, I have it the same way on my stream. So.
Oh, you do? So I'm always on the left?
Yes. I like it that way so that you're actually like right next to the Harley logo.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's how it works. Sure. RCPC have a flat tire? No. I don't think so. Everything's working well back there.
Everything's working as expected.
Working nominally.
I have a couple of things for mail time for the RCPC.
Oh, we're just jumping right into mail call.
No,
okay.
No, we'll get there.
Oh, okay. All right. Good, because I don't have anything.
Matter.
Does it count if I ordered things?
No.
Oh.
I mean, sure, because I've got things to discuss there too, but whatever.
It was an excellent week for RC. If anybody was watching yesterday, Josh did his show about the news.
It was
nothing
on-road
happened.
week.
Yeah, it was on-road week, which does not appeal to me mostly, except for the drag stuff. And it appears, and I'm putting this out there, I don't want to make a lot of, wild accusations about what Traxxas is doing, but it appears as if this new drag car has two larger wheels in the back and two smaller wheels in the front. Don't
also
take my word for it. What?
I know.
Spoiler. I didn't see that. Shucks, darn it. You mentioned that it was plastic.
Yes.
But did you notice how many braces?
There's a lot of standoffs.
There's a lot of standoffs in there. And I don't think those are plastic. Those might actually be metallic.
You think?
I think if they're not metallic, they're definitely a stronger plastic than the rest of the thing.
They could be, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of I think it's going to be another plastic wheelie bar. Now, I'm not saying that they won't have the best plastic wheelie bar you can get out of the box. I don't doubt that at all. But it's the best plastic wheelie bar you can get out of the box.
What's your preferred? What would you prefer if you had?
Oh,
the world is your oyster. What wheelie bar material would you like? You can have gummy. You can have plywood. You can have plastic. You can have
flubber.
Yeah, you can have human flesh.
I understand why they all.
Let's not start that rumor.
Yeah, I understand why they do the plastic, but it's and for an out of the box car that's likely going to be of a certain speed.
The fastest
out of the box.
engineered
to
go
straight
to be quick.
Quicker than the other one.
Quicker than the other ones. Somebody had a good question here, and I missed it. Adam Tebben asked, will I get $1,000 donated to you today like Josh did? LOL, that was crazy. I'm not going to prevent it. But I highly doubt it's going to happen. Oh, now your Skype has gone down.
Perfect.
Oh, you're back. What are you changing cameras so you look better?
No.
Well,
I could. Did it switch to my other one? Things are just working swimmingly over here.
Yeah.
I closed OBS, so that's probably.
Oh yeah, because it's way darker now.
Oh, it's the mood lighting.
It's pretty moody. It's not. This is the worst stream we've ever had.
I'm glad it's on your channel. It doesn't bother me as much then.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a little more gamma because you were definitely
gamma
and saturation. There you go. Now you'd look half not bad.
Yeah,
you look a lot. Dale C asked, "Is Josh trying out Matt's internet tonight, or?"
I don't know what's going on. I go to hit live like normal,
yeah,
and it just gives me this pop-up window that says live streaming is not available.
Well,
that's
good.
an issue.
Hey, why don't you do yourself a favor and watch the stream so you can see the chat?
That's what I went over to do.
I see.
I opened it up. I can see your chat now.
Excellent. I'm going to move you over just a smidge. You're taller than me, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. I guess you don't need to see me that much, so I'm going to tilt my camera down. You can see what Josh's face looks like right now is exactly what my face looks like when stuff doesn't work.
Yeah, just that annoyed, oh, this is the exact same process I do every single week. I'm glad that it doesn't work.
Yes. I know I've had that problem many times more than you have, so definitely not good. Not good at all. Yeah, I feel so dirty for watching it over here. Hey, be nice. I deserve a win every once in a while, and I don't get many.
Oh, man.
Phoenix.
It's okay. We'll get through it.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world for sure.
Yeah. So
a lot of focus here.
The reason that I look better on Matt's stream now is because you guys are seeing me on Matt's stream with my regular camera rather than my webcam.
The good camera for once. Sorry,
yes.
I have to adjust my focus.
Normally, Matt just gets my junky webcam view.
Are you still watching on your webcam?
I see what you're doing. I don't know that I like the way you're placing your webcam.
I'm just trying. I had to focus my camera, and I put your webcam on the focus ring. So.
Oh, awesome.
Stand by.
You're very helpful. It's okay. I'm gonna just make sure that I've deleted my live streams.
Okay, we are good. Oni said, just make sure you don't hide the water valve with your logo, or we won't be able to tell where you are. I know this room doesn't change much, but soon I think I'm going to move the RCPC somewhere else. I think
like
I'm
the
going to
living
move
room.
it into the living
or-
room. Yeah, it's going to be a conversation piece.
Yes, definitely would be.
In fact, when we do all of our tests and everything, which is coming up,
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to do that at the office because it's the only place indoors with smooth enough areas that I
Why
with
don't
a
you just
large
Why don't
area.
you just go to the outside?
Are these supposed to be driven outdoors? I've never seen one outside. Ever. Ever. The only time I see an RC semi is in like, you know what I'm saying, right?
I
These
guess I just
these go outside, right? Like
yeah. They, I mean,
you can
I don't
drive
think
these
they're all
outdoors,
terribly fast or anything like that, but pretty sure they drive them outside every once in a
like
while.
on a track, or because I only ever see them in
Ooh,
those
we should.
videos on YouTube where it's like everything is the same scale and it's all indoors and like a man-made. Everything there's like excavators putting dirt in the back of them, and then they just drive
Everybody's in
around on a highway and everyone's moving containers of stuff around. I've never seen
everybody's
buddy.
in Germany.
It's all European.
Yeah,
And I've never seen these anywhere outside of that, so I have no
I
idea.
wonder how my stretched framed truck would.
Oof, so
Stupid
bad,
American.
so bad. You will not get around any of the turns in this indoor play facility. Gunnar Nissen, thanks for the $10. New flavor of satisfied jerky coming. Oh God, called Armageddon.
Ooh.
With Carolina Reaper, Trinidad Scorpion, Habanero, and Ghost Pepper. Lucky for you guys, it's only going to be in the half-ounce bags.
Ah, half ounce. Ooh, that must be good.
Oh, I'm already like,
I like
salivating
the
already.
sound of that. I mean, I don't know what's going to do to my blood pressure now that everybody knows that story, but
No kidding. Or my colonoscopy, because everybody knows that story too.
of all of the conversations we've ever had,
I'd almost wish that I was insulting somebody we knew,
I know,
rather than people
rather
know.
than discuss our.
But the joke's on everybody that's watching. I didn't actually get it. So there you go. Gunnar, that jerky sounds scary.
It does,
So,
and awesome.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get some of that. Maybe we will. We need to arrange a physical race and obstacle course followed by a virtual race on the PCs.
I know.
Interesting. That would be fun.
Mark
we're gonna do some of that stuff, right? We're gonna
Yes.
outdoors or
Right.
indoors. Like,
I'm not driving mine indoor. I'll tell you that.
oh, I'm not driving mine outdoors, so we're hooped.
My main concern is like you'll see all the other RC cars that are just outside of view.
What?
Like if I'm actually filming the floor.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so you do have to go outside.
I could do it at the office, I guess. But
Yeah, maybe.
do you know that only just now the burnout marks from the Kyosho Inferno challenge, those are only just finally wearing off in front of the building?
Amazing. I should go check out the parking lot where I almost got kicked out of making that video, because I bet mine are still there.
Maybe, but you didn't really do much of a burnout.
Okay, well, some people didn't light their cars on fire. Brian Sherwood, thanks for the $5 for a bottle of Go Lightly. Is that a colonoscopy joke?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm very delicate. Quack RC, thanks for the $2. Hey man, great build last night. Hope all is well. All is very well because I found all the links. Thanks to Josh for telling me what link lengths I'm supposed to use. I was able to finish the links on the Ripper. So it's
Because
all
I know
together
all of them
now.
off the top of my head.
Yep. There it is. All the bits installed. All the axles installed. Looking sharp. Look at this thing. It's just a beaut, isn't it? I put the
she is a beaut.
I put the what tires are these again?
Those are the crawlers.
Yeah, I put the crawlers on there off the Gladiator just to see how the red and the black looked. And I think
Those look good. Those are
I
spot
think that
on.
looks pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty.
Yes.
Pretty. I can now have to get a fifth one, which annoys me to no end, but I will do it.
Oh, yeah. That's okay.
I will do it. Yeah. So that's what I did. Burn that shirt. People don't like this shirt. Is it too red?
Well, I will say that I don't know exactly what color it is because on our Skype, where I see you, it is a very different color than on YouTube. On YouTube, that thing is pink. Like pink.
Oh, no kidding. Really?
Yes. Pink. But in our Skype, it's a almost normal
color.
male shirt. Like
it's a red and blue shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like, here, I'll just desatch it a little bit. There we go.
I'm just saying, like,
I know, it's pretty bright.
Two very different shirts from what I see, but
I
don't know. Okay. I don't know where reality is.
Two RCPCs bashing at the skate park, Talbot style. Can you imagine? Yikes.
We should. That should be part of it. We have to get air with our truck and trailer all at once, no matter how much. Who can get the most air?
Who can air it out the most? Good Lord.
And then benchmark it.
Yeah. I got 3 centimeters.
That's significant. I mean,
for this thing, yeah, I think it would be very significant.
Did they jump a semi in one of the Fast and the Furious movies?
I'm sure they did. If they didn't, I hope the producers are watching. They can call it Fast and the Furious. What are they up to?
9. The trailer for 9 is out.
Oh, it is. Okay, well then
Yes.
the next one, Fast 10. What are they going to call that? Fast and the Furious 10, Flying Cars. We didn't do what I said we should do for this week because clearly we both got busy, but we will do it. We're going to do live stream takeover bingo.
Yes.
And we're going to create a couple of bingo squares for everybody.
We gotta figure out how to have auto-generated cards though. Otherwise, everyone's just gonna have the same card.
Well, no, I know. That's what I was thinking. We have to randomize the cards.
Nicole and I used to play one on an app called Twingo.
Oh, well, maybe you can see if that's still a thing. DJ McKenzie, thanks for the $19.99 and the hippo, the robotic hippo, saying OP.
OP.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I'm too old.
I'll shoot. I don't know what that means, but everyone's doing it.
Everyone's doing it. Is that like yeet? We're yeeting this thing?
I think it's yeeting is like a couple years old.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's been yeeted out the door by now.
They got rid of the yeet.
Once you and I start using it,
it's over.
Yeah.
That Ripper is OP. Somebody else said that too. What are you kids talking about? Rudy said, love those yellow lenses. Thank you. I am pretty pleased with how those yellow lenses turned out as well.
Oh, those always looked good. That was a nice touch. Stabby Josh says, wait, Josh and Nicole used to play virtual bingo? How old are you? It's even worse because Twingo is an app and it would create your bingo card and it was set up for certain we would play Twingo bingo on Live PD because that was always one of our favorites.
That would be fun.
OP is on point.
On point. All right. I feel old for not knowing that.
Or overpowered. I don't know which one. Either way.
Overpopulated. Robbie Chapman, thanks for the $5. Here's a beer for later. You may need it. Cheers. I'm not going tomorrow. Although I do have to do blood work tomorrow. So remind me to stop drinking soon. Because I have to be 14 hours in.
Who caught the 5-minute live feed of ours from just before that I have since deleted already?
So good. Quack RC said he did send Josh a donation, but his video isn't working. That's because it's not working.
It is not
at
working.
all. He's only here tonight. So that means, am I going to... You can still bring in Trujillo on your end, right?
Yes, I can,
Yeah. Okay, good.
and I will.
All right. DJ McKenzie, if you've got a question, by all means, pop it in, because, 1999 gets you a lot of free questions around here.
Yeah, I mean, all kinds of.
Even at a skate park, Josh would still run it into his foot. It's true. But the great news is, for everybody, it's got a 55 turn motor in it, so it's not going fast.
Mine is 3 speeds.
You have 3 speeds? Oh, yeah, so do I.
Yes, we do. That's
Yes.
how that works.
Fast and Furious 10. Let's make it about cars again.
They've all been awesome.
That's a good one, Big Red Bitch. Thanks for posting that. Slowest hit Josh is taken by an RC semi. OP is overpowered.
I mean, there was OP was like, I remember the line of, there's a computer line, like an OEM builder of OP for overpowered, but
I thought Ocean Pacific, but that's dating me for sure.
I definitely don't know what that is.
Ocean Pacific? You've never heard of that brand
Was that
name?
like clothing line at PacSun?
No, I don't know what PacSun is.
You don't. Oh, you guys might not have had it above the border. PacSun was like
like the Hot Topic
90s mall show or store. Yeah, it was like there was a Hot Topic, a Spencer's Gifts, PacSun.
Did you have the It store?
Sam Goody.
We had the
Foot
It
Locker.
store.
The It?
It store, yeah. You'd go into the It store and you'd get it. Like if you're like, I don't know, it's his 40th birthday, let's get him something. Let's go to the It store.
Never heard of it.
They've got
Ocean
It.
Pacific. People are saying that's 80s wear. 80. Yeah.
Well, because it was really hot on the video game I played called California Games on my Commodore 64.
Interesting. You know, I was born in the 80s, right?
Oh, you were?
Ocean Pacific is still a thing. Huh, what do you know?
It's still very much a thing. Oh my gosh. Oof. I'm not saying that, OP, because we're not doing that.
I saw that one as well.
Oh, it just got deleted. Thank you, Alex.
PacSun
The
had
Mod
the
Squad.
Jinko jeans. I may have had a pair of Jinko jeans. I never got into wearing, like, I couldn't end up. My brother, he was the one who could do like the trendy stuff. I had it and I was just like, nah, wasn't.
You were
wasn't.
never trendy, Josh. Ever.
I was trendy later when it was like about dressing fairly nice.
Oh,
Like the Tommy Hilfiger with the carpenter strap.
So you don't obviously subscribe to that same mantra anymore.
No, I've given that up now. I only wear free t-shirts solely.
I have a lot of free t-shirts. They just go into a cupboard, and then in there they make more t-shirts. Rebecca's like, you got to get rid of some of these t-shirts. I'm like, but I like all these companies.
I had that discussion this week. She's like, I have 5 shirts here on like her Pilates machine. You're sitting there. I'm like, how do you lose hangers? And she looks at me. She goes, I didn't lose any hangers. Where did these shirts come from? I'm like, oh yeah, I got it. Well, I was at Scale Nationals, and I think I got one there. And I think I got one for you. And then RC Patina guy sent me one with his car, and there's that. Oh, so many shirts. I do love a good t-shirt.
I love a good t-shirt too. Sometimes I just buy a shirt, and I don't even really need it. I never need it. RC Dave charged up. Thanks for the $4.99. Here's my money since the other guy's channel is broken, and now he's starting to say sheesh.
Shoo!
Sheesh. Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Oh man, I hope that doesn't become a thing because I'm gonna punch people in the face.
It's pretty bad. It's all over TikTok. You should check it out.
Sheesh. That's it.
No, they do something. They do this. They like point at their. I don't know. It's
What? The heroin now. See.
It's a thing. It's like ice in my veins. It's like a basketball.
Oh
some basketball.
Some hoopball wizard.
Yeah.
That there's a shirt. There's a girl who makes funny T-shirts of sports teams. She's Canadian, and she did the Toronto Raptors, but she renamed the Toronto. Called it Toronto, Turrono, because that's how we say it. We don't say Toronto, we say Toronto. She called it Toronto Hoopball Lizards. I thought that was pretty funny. Jared Marston, thanks for the $5. You lied, Matt. That's always a good way to start a donation.
Okay.
You lied, Matt. The G-Made Buffalo is not fun. You spend a lot of your time looking for parts and screws. I made that very clear in my review, that was not fun.
Moose Jaw's in here. He says, "What is that? My students wanted me to do that today in class. I said no." Like,
good for you, Joe. Don't give those kids.
I'm hip with the middle schoolers.
Don't give those kids the benefit of seeing you go. What is it? Gee.
Choo.
That's so stupid.
It is. So
Jay Walker just said, "I feel like we're being trolled. There's no way she is a thing."
It's a thing.
I'm looking it up. This is ridiculous.
Can I tell you a bit of a story about my weekend before we bring Rich on?
Yeah, and then we can do a quick mail call, and then
we'll do mail call, and then we'll bring Rich on. So this last weekend was the day to go pick up our new kitten.
Yes.
On my Friday night stream, Nicole was like, "Hey, you should deliver the Woods Runner to Ben," which was sitting on my shelf behind me. So
which I wanted to ask real quick. Is he Instagram RC Scale Shop?
Scale Crawler Fab Shop.
Scale Crawler Fab Shop. Okay.
Yes.
Just wanted to be
He
sure
has
I was...
regular, like a non, like his regular page, but Scale Crawler Fab Shop is RC cars.
Copy that.
So anyway, I was like, that's a great idea. So I got the cat carrier, and normally, the last time I took that, I folded it in half and I put it in my backpack because it folds down nice. But this time I was just like, I took it and I shoved the Woods Runner in the part. So I got to the airport to TSA, had my backpack on, and the cat carrier. Got up to TSA, took my backpack off, put it on the belt, and then put the cat carrier right behind it. And it's very clearly a cat carrier. It's not a
I know what a soft-sided cat carrier looks like.
Put it on there, and the guy from TSA was very concerned very quickly that I was about to put a cat through the X-ray machine. So
don't worry. I don't like it very much.
I said, no, it's an RC car. Don't worry. And he just like looked at me even more confused.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm gonna need to strip search you, sir."
Like, what? So that was eventful. Got through TSA fine. I was sitting down on the plane, and our mod chat, Ben and Phoenix, were going to come. They're two of the mods on my channel. They were going to come pick me up from the airport. We're going to go have brunch before I needed to come back to meet the guy to get the cat and then leave. And I'm sitting on the plane. We're all kind of chatting back and forth, and they go, "Hey, someone's like giving away a VS410 here in Phoenix." There was an ad that had gone up in the Phoenix area for a VS410 Pro that is like the title of it was "Must Sell Today."
Oh, ooh.
So, and it was $550 with a ProTech 370 TBL in it.
Sounds like a good servo.
An Axe crawler system, not my favorite, but a high quality system. And then it was a VS410 Pro. I was like, I'll take it. Like, find out his PayPal address, whatever, or I have cash on me, like whatever. So there was one other detail in the text, and it just said, "Axles have been flex sealed."
Ooh, no.
Yeah.
Like that tape, but wait, there's more.
Well, there's a tape, there's a putty. There's also an aerosol version.
Oh, that's the one that he used for sure.
And I was thinking to myself, I said, there's no way that this could be a bad investment for a live video.
How much?
$550.
Sold.
like for sure. So I'm taking off in 5 minutes. Tell him I'll buy it. Give me his PayPal, whatever it is. Got it done just in time.
Nice.
Hour-and-a-half flight down there. Phoenix actually met the guy and picked it up. Not this Friday, but next Friday, I will be using it for my live build, most likely.
Don't touch it until then.
Oh, I will not. I will not open the box.
Don't even open the box.
It is everything you could imagine based on just the explanation I've given you so far of it.
I am very much looking forward to that stream.
Yeah, it's glorious. Some of the things I'm like actually shocked about.
Okay.
So it did have Pitbull tires on it, and it had some knockoff wheels. So I told Phoenix, I said, go pick it up for me. Take the wheels off of it. You keep the wheels. I don't want the wheels. So you keep that.
That's your gift.
Yeah.
Here's your gift. Taking care of this for me.
And then
how magnanimous.
It's there's a whole nother story. There's a whole rest of the story that's going to go with it on that Friday.
Fantastic. See, that's how you tease a stream, guys. You tell a good part of a story, right, but it's actually a small part of a very large story. Yeah. Looking forward to that. DJ McKenzie asked his question. So I
would also like to... Yes, you should answer DJ's question.
He's got an STX 10.2 Trail Honcho. He bought a Hobby Wing ESC, which we're going to need more information for the next part, as well as a high-tech 7954 SH steering servo. Mm-hmm. The built-in BEC seems to be okay, but would he need an external BEC? Depends.
Most likely not.
Yeah, I was going to say, probably not.
That 7954 is a little over 300 ounce inches.
Mm-hmm.
It's even if you've got a brushed 1080 system or an AX system, it's going to have enough to push it.
Yeah.
So
if it's a 1060,
then you're probably
want
going
an
to
ESC
maybe
or BEC.
If you're running 2S, you'd probably be fine. 3S is probably going to be an issue.
Yeah, definitely.
But
all right.
Mike was saying, I hate Josh. Why can't I find deals like that?
You just have to scour all of Facebook all the time. Josh doesn't work, people. This is his full-time job. I got to find something to build on Friday.
I think that I saved somebody, honestly.
You saved somebody else from this debacle.
We'll see.
He's probably watching right now, and he probably feels really bad.
You just wait. I don't know yet.
All right.
But it's going to be interesting. Okay, let's do mail call, and then I'm going to call Rich.
All right, sounds good. I'm going to thank Perry G for the $5. Thanks very much, sir. Wait, Josh can read comments in here? Moose Jaw, delete all my comments. And DJ McKenzie sent another $19.99. Thanks very much. Much appreciated. Yeah, I hope that we answered your question to its satisfaction. Let us know what...
Sounds like you bought nice stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like you got very good stuff in there. Running Lectron 11.4 volt 3S battery. Yeah, okay, cool. So once you let us know what ESC...
I think you're going to be in good shape. As long as you bought a 1080 or an AX system or something better.
Yeah,
you're probably good.
1080, you're fine.
Oh, yes. So the VS410 did not come home with me, even though Phoenix went and picked it up.
Oh, yeah, there would be no time for that.
I did need... Oh, I saw it. I got to see it. But I couldn't bring it home because the cat had to occupy the carrier.
That's why you took the cat carrier. I get it now.
Yeah, no, just to
carry an RC truck around. Why are you going to Arizona? Just driving. I'm dropping this off for somebody.
We just wanted to go have brunch at this.
Yeah, I love brunch.
The place we had brunch. I swear to God, half the people there had not been to sleep yet. It was like an extension of a club.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So, first thing for mail call is this very exciting piece, which is it's it's basically a replacement piece for if you had a CD drive in your PC. But this is what's going to turn into my I/O.
If anybody out there is saying "shoo," they're not going to know what a CD is.
And then this is 8 millimeter diameter, 1 millimeter thick rare earth magnets.
Wow.
And this is how I'm going to attach the panels.
Nobody can see that.
Which I'm not trying. I'm just making sure they actually stay.
Oh, you got the special "don't stick to steel." He's got the 1080. You are fine, DJ. You're fine.
Gonna be in good shape.
Good shape with that one. Nice
so
internal beams.
These I've got to just mill the side panels and get those attached, and then
whoopity-doo.
The RCPC is going to be in pretty good shape. So,
yeah,
good news for that.
I have to do a little more weathering. That's it.
I got a new in-box XR10 here.
Huh? Really?
Yeah. It's the Hobby Wing XR10 brushless system.
Boo.
And the 13.
Gosh, talk about clickbait. Where's Tony when you need him?
I don't care if they unsubscribe from your channel.
Oh, well, you know what? Go over to Josh's channel and unsubscribe.
A Yokomo drift gyro.
For what?
To go with my XR10.
For what?
2 of the RC 4-wheel drive PRP seats. Have you ever bought these?
Yeah.
They're really good.
They're a little small.
My 1 8.4 scale rare G.I. Joe figure with the matching ascot looks a little small. See, if you don't put a driver in them, they look freaking perfect.
Right. That's always my goal. Did you just call me a loser? Did you say losers for putting a driver in a tiny truck?
For playing with dolls.
Oh, you're so rude. Is that all your carbon fiber?
All my carbon fiber has finally showed up.
That's cool.
Sheets and sheets of it.
Holy sheet. Checkered past. My Commodore did not have the tape drive. My grandfather's C64 did.
Oh.
I had the Epix Fast Load, which had an extra 32K of RAM. So you could load a game into that. Now you're losing my stream. What? No, you're not.
And then...
No, Josh, come on.
The MST RMX FXX 2.0.
That's...
With the BMW E92 body.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Gross. What are you doing?
I haven't built a 4-wheel drifter in years.
I've never built a drifter.
You've never built it? You've never driven a drift car?
I've never drifted a drift car. Well, I've drifted other things, but not a drift car, no.
You know, honestly, they're fairly fun for a short amount of time. And I always kept one around because I was just like, every once in a while, I get the itch that I think I want to try drifting again. And then I do it, and I'm just like, now I understand why I don't do drifting more often. But I sold that car, and now I was just like, I really should try a little drifting. I'm like, oh, but I don't have a drift. So I had to buy a drift car.
I don't like drift cars. And it's not because I haven't done it.
You're so elitist.
It's also not because I'm an elitist. Surely. It's not it. But this is pretty funny. Where is it? God, where is it? Is Moose Jaw painting that? Probably. Slow Don said Matt will have one next week. I don't buy everything Josh does.
This one is very affordable. This is like the plastic chassis version.
I don't care if MST sent me one. I don't. I would say, thanks very much. This is not for me. You must have meant to send this to Josh.
I bought this through AMAIN. And it's just, I'm just saying, they're fun. And it's another build that I haven't
Fair enough.
done.
You do a show where you build things, so why not?
Build things.
Why not? Just inconsistent, which is pretty funny. $10. Thanks very much. Thank you guys for the great shows. No, thank you for watching these passable shows.
Right. That's really all for mail call. Let's call Rich. For those that weren't here earlier, we are going to bring Rich Trujillo.
I only got one thing for mail call this week because I was busy driving trucks outside, but I got this new keyboard. That's all I got.
And honestly, I do like the keyboard.
It's so small, but it feels so good.
That's what she said.
Ooh. Boom. Nailed it. Boom. Roasted it.
Boom. Roasted.
Matt, do you get any deals at A-Main? Nope. I pay full price for everything there. Just like Josh does. Right? Here comes Trujillo.
Oh, I don't have to worry about my OBS at all.
Yeah, I gotta fix all that. Stand by while I do it here. NDI Source 2 properties.
Before Rich can tell a single story, he has to give us a neighbor update.
I need to hear about the neighbors too. But stand by, Rich. Oh, he's in the garage tonight. He must have been working on his full-size daily 1-to-1s.
Right.
Hi, Rich. How's it going?
What's up? What's up, Matt? What's up, you two
man,
people? Hello, Josh.
Yeah, don't worry. I was just like, I'm gonna ask Rich if he wants to be on the internet tonight, and then I'm gonna be like, nah, not on my channel.
You want to know what the funny part is? I think it's karma because he says, "Hey, you want it? Because just want to just chit chat, whatever." And then all of a sudden, look, it says no camping in his live feed. I'm like, oh yeah, let's throw me under the bus for Axial Fest and no camping. That's karma, baby.
I know.
Wow.
It really, really is.
Slow down. Thanks for the $4.99 and this.
No matter what, I'm excited for Axial Fest, regardless.
Oh, come on.
Oh, sorry, Matt.
Yeah, you guys will have a great time there.
We will. I promise.
Well, let's just jump on that one real quick too. Is the camping situation? Oh, can't hear you guys now.
Well, that's too bad.
There you go. I got Matt.
I'm not actually talking.
Yeah, we're not saying anything. We're waiting for you to speak.
No, you know what? My feed is... Never mind. Anyways, can you imagine the way that was last year, that homeless encampment? Basically how it looks. So can you imagine if we had all that camping out there and then also trying to maintain the showers, the bathrooms, the trash? It's just going to be impossible. So that's why they're like, we're not even going to chance camping because it's just not going to work out.
Oh, so they're not entertaining camping at all. I understand.
Not at all. Yeah, everybody's going to be pissed. We get it. We wish we could, but there's just no way around doing that.
So
what's probably going to be required.
So that means people will have to, can you even bring an RV? Is that something you can do?
So don't hold me to it. I think bring an RV for the day, but you can't camp there.
You can't
gotta
leave
drive
it
back
there.
out.
I understand.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So if you guys are planning to go, start getting those Airbnbs and hotel rooms and campgrounds and book them. It sucks. We wish we could do it, but it's just not
I mean,
okay. Here's another option. Maybe don't sleep.
Yeah, there you go.
Stay awake.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Keep the party going.
So we just did Scale Nationals. Matt and I. Oh wait, no, Matt, you weren't there. Just Rich and I.
Shut up.
Rich and I were there. You weren't there. We hung out. You didn't hang out. Okay. But from where we were staying in Mesquite to the actual comp site was like 45 minutes.
Ooh, that's a bit of a hike.
It is. So, but still, it was just which is a little bit inconvenient. But I mean, honestly, it was a 45-minute drive to the event site. Whatever. If you look at that same radius, I mean, you're in Auburn or Tahoe area. You can find.
Camping, there's tons of places. Oh yeah. You could probably even go to Cisco Grove.
Yeah.
Go camp at Cisco Grove. Then come up.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man. Yeah.
The unofficial Axial Fest camping location.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened and everybody was hanging out at Cisco Grove at night and that was Axial Fest night or whatever.
Oh.
that
a
would
cluster.
be priceless.
It is what it is. You know what? I didn't talk about it in the news only because I didn't read that detail until after. And I was just like, oh. I was like, that's an important detail.
Yeah, I was really
that was surely on me. I was just scrolling. I was like, ActionFest tickets are for sale. For one, I couldn't find a link to them. I had to Google it and then try and find a link to it. Found that, and then I just was trying to get the news done as quickly as possible. And yeah, I definitely dropped the ball on getting some important detail on there.
Josh, nobody goes to you for actual news, so it doesn't matter anyway. Rich, since you've decided to do this stream from your car hole, could you tell us a little bit about the cars in your hole?
Oh, yeah, I've got a 71 Toyota Corolla, little blue one. I don't know if you guys can see it there. And then back there's a 79 Corolla. That one I just had a dent guy come in today and was taking dings and dents out of it because all original paint.
Wow.
So I'm trying to kind of keep it all original looking and do that.
Very
And then my Datsun truck is at my parents' house because I don't have any parking.
Right. Yeah, well, you've got
your neighbors have
4 cars
see
now.
if you can do some of that neighbor parking.
Yeah, I do, right? I was planning to park on their lawn.
Don't.
And I had a mail call.
Oh.
I got my fuel pump.
All right.
And I got a Bluetooth module, so I don't have to run my regular AM radio. So it hides underneath the dash and runs off my cell phone.
Cool.
So that's my.
Wow, that's exciting. So, are you gonna pick up like a nice 1989 Corolla next, or?
I'd like to get an 85 or 86, but there's so much money.
Oh, really?
And they're crazy money.
Huh?
They're if you ever heard of Initial D, there's an Initial D fanboy tax.
I understand. Okay, I understand. That's like the what do they call that? The T86 or E86? AE86, right? Yeah. See, I don't know anything about drifters. I don't care about those.
Yeah, I've had 4 of them in the past and never finished them. So.
Oh, no kidding! Wow, you are a real aficionado.
Yeah, I like cars. I like cars.
Yeah.
You want a neighbor update?
Do a what now?
You want a neighbor update? Is that what you guys want?
A what update?
A who update?
A neighbor update.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Of course we do.
All right. So for those that don't follow my Instagram, we're getting on the stories between Josh and Matt and myself. Let's see. I shared they still have their Santa sign up in front of their house.
Yes.
They have their junk car still in front of the house, and since they can't walk along the side of the driveway, they've created a trail across the front yard. So it goes weeds. There are 2 old speaker boxes still out on the front porch. And what else do they have? Oh, they were cutting hair the other day too. The barber, he brought his hair out and was cutting stuff and was cutting some guys. Like an Amazon van pulled up, but then the guy got out with Chick-fil-A and I thought, oh, maybe they're getting like a food delivery. And then it was there for like 20 minutes and I walk out to get my mail and the dude's sitting there in the barber chair with a thing and drinking his Coke and getting his hair cut. I'm like, oh my God.
Wow.
But the best part is that about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I started to notice this brown sludge running out in the sidewalk, curb, ditch area, kind of like. It's like, street sewage, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But I started noticing it was like brown sludge and it was always running. And then I went and I took a look. I was like, okay, this is coming out of the neighbor's drain from their backyard. I'm like, what the hell is this? What are they doing? And it's always running. There's always water running. And it looks like oil and sludge. It's just like gray and brown. I don't know what the hell it is. But anyways, I'm trying to figure this out. And my wife says, hey, did you notice that they put a washing machine in the backyard? And I was like,
as
what?
One does.
She's all, yeah, I can always smell the tide whenever they're cleaning stuff back there.
God.
And I'm like, oh my God,
These are
they're
things
draining.
you can do in California when it doesn't rain. You can just have electrical items like that outside.
Dude. Oh my God.
That sounds really terrible. How's the fire alarm detector situation?
So that's been taken care of. So
taken
we're
care
good on
of
that
in
one.
that the battery finally ran out?
Well, I finally gave them a new one. I also gave them a new 9-volt battery, and as far as I know, they've attached it and it's all set. And the guy must be in a chill mode right now because the LED lights in his room, he's been using darker colors like dark purple, dark blue.
He's bummed out.
Yeah, and then I also put a black cardboard thing across that window so I don't get that LED lights coming in. So
you're gonna get turned in for cardboarding up your windows.
I know.
He's obviously doing something illicit in there, sir. I was just cutting hair back here, but don't worry about me.
Yeah, well, remember I had flooding too.
The what? The flood? Yeah, oh yeah, the flood.
Yeah, we had flooding too. You know, and I'm like, why is there a waterfall coming out of the side gate of my house, and it's like 3 inches deep of water? And I go talk to the neighbor, and his kid is out there, and he's like, "Oh yeah, the water thing broke." I'm like, "Well, is your dad gonna do anything about it?" Yeah, he knows. Well, you guys are flooding the side of my house. You need to go do something about it. 5 minutes later, he comes back and goes, we just left the hose on. Sorry.
Sounds like a really smart kid.
Dude, sounds like the guy I bought this VS410 Pro from.
It just kills me because 2 houses over, awesome properties. I've had my house repainted. I've got new grass. Everything's been done. The neighbor next door's had their house done, or not next door, over. And everybody in the neighborhood's got nice houses, but I live next to the crap box right there, and they could care less, and the landlord could give a crap about it.
Well, I've got a solution for you, Rich.
What's that?
Buy that house.
There you go.
Just buy it.
Just have 2.
Instead of having 18 vehicles, sell 2 of them.
All right.
Buy that house. Kick them out.
Yeah.
For those of you who joined late, this is Rich Trujillo from Axial. He's the product guy.
He's the guy who decides camping at Axial Fest.
Send all your emails to...
Oh, just come on, dude. We're just going to hang out and just talk a little bit. Yeah, throw me under the bus like crazy.
Now let's talk about Vitera.
Well, I already started on the SCX4 with the worm gears, so that's happening no matter what, just to spite Josh.
Worm gears.
My worm gears. Top crawler for life.
Yes. I think they should be back in I mean, you did it in the 24, right?
Right.
So why not?
Work in the 24.
Scale them up.
Sure.
Scale them up.
Scale it up.
Just keep on scaling it up. But yes, he works for Axial. He's sort of the product brand manager guy who decides projects and also cancels projects.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I'm a senior PD. So I got to develop the projects. I do get to come up with ideas and designs of what maybe we can do. But I work with Randall and the rest of the team as well, and we all kind of throw our thoughts out there.
So send all your best ideas to Rich Trujillo.
Wait, let's start with the Dodge Power Wagon. I got to do that body.
No. It's not a Dodge Power Wagon people want. They want a 1994 Dodge Ram.
That's right, Dodge Ram.
Exactly.
That's
right. Yeah. So we're gonna start. Keep your eyes peeled for the Axial version of the Dodge Ram.
Now that we already have, the Ford Ranger options.
Exactly. You know? Yeah. We'll get a 92. We'll get a 94. Maybe a 91. It all depends.
Yeah. Because that was exactly it. You would do a 95 Dodge Ram. Someone would be like, really wanted a 91 with the mirrors that were a little bit different and.
Right.
Crosshair grill's not big enough. Right. And the cars behind him, he's got an 80-something Toyota Corolla and another 80-something Toyota Corolla.
A 79 and a 71.
All right, 79 and 71.
I know that's important to you, Matt.
It's it's important to some people.
Exactly.
No, they're very nice cars, and I always double tap when I see them on Instagram. Because I appreciate stuff that's old as I am. Brian Sherwood said the Axial Lloyd coming soon.
I know.
The J Concepts and Axial working together at last.
I can't wait until Horizon just
They just say,
buy
what?
J Concepts.
You know what?
Just to start making kits with all of the new options. Like,
let's just do it, guys.
We got the SCX10 tucked. We got the
We've got the Gozer. Finally.
the Gozer.
That's right. You're brutal.
We've got the Mortician's Assistant. We've got the
we've got Santa's little helper.
Jason Rona. He's a good friend of mine of J Concepts. We've known each other for years. But
this
dude,
is
every
where
time I
you
see him
say
come up with something
nice
like,
things. That's where you say
I'm like,
nice things.
oh man, I can't wait to see what Josh is going to say this week. I even sent you a text when you were still in Nevada saying, oh dude, there's a new J Concepts body. I can't wait to see what you're going to say. But you actually were nice on that one.
I forget which one was it? I can't remember.
Was it X?
No, it definitely wasn't the Expedition. I was not nice on that one.
Was it one of the Fords? I think it was another Ford truck or something.
I mean, that's all they've released lately is the Ford.
Lots of Fords.
But
lots of Fords.
And then they released, they are going to release there's 3 SCX24 bodies they're releasing, which I caught by accident when they went up on the Horizon dealer site.
Oh, really? I was wondering how. Yeah, 'cause I haven't seen. Have you got a chance to see them yet? Has anybody seen those things?
No,
it's just the text.
Whoever put them up on the Horizon dealer site didn't finish the listing. They just added those.
Oh.
They've since been removed, but
darn it.
We know we've done that a few times. Like the LMT was up there.
Yeah.
Really?
If it's Tower Hobbies or
Tower Hobbies always lets you down, or spoils it for everybody in a good way.
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
The Vetera V100 migrated over to the Losi.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So
that was a platform that had some mileage left in it for sure, and didn't really have another competitor over there.
Yeah, I mean that's really what it came down to. It's like the Vetera brand obviously was kind of trickling down to almost non-existent for a while. We acquired Axial. It didn't make sense to have the Vetera Ascender and the SCX-10 What's the point of spending double what do you call it, tooling and stuff to compete against yourself when you really don't need to? And you think about also the money involved in marketing and all that type of stuff.
The Vetera Fest never really took off.
Right. Yeah. There was that
10 years strong this year.
Right. We had that one picture with that one guy from Vetera Fest with the one car by itself.
It was one tent in the background.
Yeah, that's what it was. I laughed at that one too.
You have a good sense of humor, Rich, because I know you had a lot to do with that truck.
I think at the time when that photo got posted, that photo came out. That happened in 2017. I think that photo first posted.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I had stolen it and then reposted it immediately. But when we were at Axial Fest, because Rich, you were there, but you were there.
With RC
four-wheel drive.
With RC four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
So you came up to me and you're like, pretty funny.
Yeah. I actually liked that one at that time.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Perry G, thanks for the $5. Yeah. Tell Rich to blink twice if Losi Micros are coming back. Everybody watches eyes.
I'm just going to close my eyes.
I think it's a hard yes then if his eyes stay closed.
No, it's funny because the way things have changed. I wouldn't be surprised if we did a micro again. But honestly, the factory that we were working with that did the micros, we don't work with them anymore. So if we were to do anything, we'd have to retool up something totally new and start all over. And quite frankly, our bandwidth is just maxed out right now. And
you guys are on it for sure. There's been a lot of great releases, not just from Losi and Axial, but also from Arma too. There's been some pretty kick-ass stuff coming out of there. So Horizon as a whole are doing a great job.
Yeah, but the V100, back on that one real quick. It just we needed a touring car, and it didn't make any sense to get rid of it. We were able to get those cool details, and really the best place it fit was under Losi.
Yeah,
because it's kind of that motorsports inspired type theme, and it's like you can't really put it under Axial and it'd have a Vetera touring car under Axial. That would make sense. No. And then you don't really have Arma with licensed stuff, so it wouldn't fit under Arma.
True.
So really it just had to go under Losi, and it just kind of fits the whole message there. So but it's the same chassis, all the same parts and stuff.
That's good.
And I mean, that V100 was always a bit of an unappreciated platform anyway. It had great little details, like the kind of scale style A-arms, and the bodies that were available on it looked great.
Yeah, the bodies were always what's going to set it apart.
I did all the bodies.
Wow.
Well, good for
I
you.
did all the touring cars.
I
Good for you.
take everything back I said about you.
You also, I guess it was really important for you guys to start really competing against HPI again, because they got a slew of touring car stuff coming back out. So I totally get that.
Yeah.
Lone Star RC guy, thanks for the $10. Thanks for another great stream. You guys crack me up. Thank you.
Travis, hang on a second here real quick. Travis Bear, who just gave you $5.
Hey, thanks, Travis.
You see that Axel should do a ripsaw tank? Okay, Travis is our designer at Horizon.
Oh my god. He's the tank guy?
He's the tank guy.
That's awesome.
Oh, Travis.
Travis, that's a really good idea. Thanks for the $5. Rich, why aren't you doing a ripsaw tank? That's really interesting.
Every
you have a tank
meeting
expert.
Every product meeting we have, Travis like, we gotta do the ripsaw. Let's do the ripsaw. It's not that I don't want to do it.
He must be a big fan of Matt's
Yeah,
channel.
I was just going to say, hey, Travis, have you seen this tank? Have you seen this before? Look at this. It's a Toyota, but it's a half-track. It's got a full differential in there. You would love this. Tell Axel to make this.
Yeah, he's one of our biggest dorks at the office. He is way into it, so I always give him stuff about that. And I've also nicknamed him. Our local trash company around here is called Burtec. So I call Travis Burtec because any of my parts I have left over, Travis, you want these?
Oh, yeah, I'll take them.
Yep. Dude, you should see the crap he has in his cubicle. All the parts that I would just chuck. No, I might be able to use those horns from the axial tree. I need those. And,
oh, yes.
And,
I've got about a dozen of those.
I call them Burtec.
That's funny because when Matt Kearney was leaving, he was like, hey, I got a bunch of stuff here. I'm going to send it to you. And he sent me like 6 poison spider bodies, but uncut. I was like, okay. Thanks. Yeah, Travis is, like I said, I literally don't have to clean out my cube. It's like, hey, Travis, you want this? Here you go. He'll take it. He takes it all. He's really, he's getting a lot of mileage out of that $5. I will tell you that. A lot of talk tonight.
Product
Travis.
development meetings.
Yeah.
We need more ripsaws here.
I don't know. I actually think it'd be cool to do one. I'm just on my end of it. I think the challenge would be the tracks and getting up to that speed and keeping
the tracks would be the hard part of the ripsaw.
I think that's the harder part.
It's the whole thing, Rich.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm just saying. The whole thing's a pain in the ass.
Obviously, that is the hard part. It is 2 tracks that are just attached.
Yeah, I think it's cool, but he's out of his mind. I don't want to do that project. That's for sure.
Why not? You know what? I'm not much of a project guy, but I did make a half track. So if you guys need some help down there, the tracks stay on. That's not the problem.
Yeah, Matt, that thing does 3.5 miles.
No. It's way faster than that. It's way faster than that. It's like 11 miles per hour.
Oh, okay.
And it's got a full differential, so that thing rips.
Oh.
It squeaks a lot. It's worse than the chair.
Oh, man.
All right, well, we know that you've heard it here first. The axial ripsaw is coming soon.
Stages of development still. They're just, as soon as they get the tracks part of it worked out.
Yeah, then we can do the rest.
Future milestones have been.
The only thing we're struggling with, guys.
We've got the rest of this kind of worked out. It's just the tracks.
Just the tracks part. Everything else is fine. We're gonna get there.
Dude, that's the only thing that scares me. I'm telling you. I know Travis. He could do everything else. It's just the tracks. They're gonna fly off. Yeah. And then, dude, my tracks fly up. I just barely touched the curb, and they flew off my car.
This thing doesn't.
Freaking Horizon.
This doesn't work on
did it
success.
On purpose. Yeah, did it on purpose. I know they did it, so we'll buy more tracks.
Yeah, it's like coming soon. The axial ripsaw. Be sure to order your extra tracks right now.
Right, because that's where they make all their money off the parts.
Right.
Oh, I like this. Is the ripsaw what Rich calls scheduling a colonoscopy?
You might have missed that, Rich, but we were talking earlier about my impending colonoscopy on a private chat between Josh and I that he put live.
Those
Which
are
I
fun.
somehow didn't know we were live for. It's a good thing we didn't tell any secrets.
It's true.
We just talked about high blood pressure and
like our ailments.
I'm 51. I'm 51. I had one of those not too long ago.
Yeah. This will be my third.
Oh,
all right.
Do you get a punch card?
Yeah.
What, do you get a free sandwich at 5?
I get a free I get a free Subway sandwich. But not even a 12-inch. They just give me a 6-inch. It's such a ripoff. Tony Mazza, you guys are making my lift install very hard. I can't laugh while lifting a 200-pound piece of steel on a ladder.
I'm wearing Tony's shirt. I've got my A Mazda construction shirt on.
Yeah, so if you need a high-end home restoration, call Tony Mazza.
Don't call the guy wearing this shirt. Find him. I don't think the phone number is on here.
Oh my God. The 5th one is free. Oh.
You get a free donut. Oh, perfect.
Smart. Ripsaw plus question mark equals profit? That's good, Kevin. Thanks for sharing that. And I agree. I think that it should be something you do. Or do something else weird, like that Sherp thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's already been done.
You know what?
I know, but it's still pretty cool.
And it's, of all the things to, like, you and, I mean, I especially enjoy absolutely pointless RCs.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot get, that one.
You can't get behind that.
Is a hard pass for me.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that thing.
Really?
Yeah, like, have you ever watched Rich Rebuilds on YouTube?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He owns one.
Oh, he does?
He has one now. Oh, yeah, and he actually figured out how to get it to go faster, and it's hilarious. I love it.
I can understand a bit. I'm talking the RC one.
It kind of looks like it does what it's supposed to,
yeah,
doesn't it?
It does exactly what it does.
It's kind of. Yeah. I don't know.
They make a...
I wouldn't buy one, but they're cool.
I know somebody that has one. RC Dakar has one.
Yeah. And I saw Reef said ball.
Oh, did he? Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I think they're like $700, which
that sounds like a reasonable price, actually.
I think that if I'm correct on that price,
for a low volume,
for a boutique production, machine. I mean, I buy Flex sealed VS410s, so like it's almost the same thing. You put
Dude, I can't wait to see what that is.
Oh my god!
I'm
is that this Friday or next Friday?
Next Friday.
Okay.
So don't anybody watch this Friday. There's no point in watching this week.
This Friday's the new kid. He'll finally appear from his. That's
going to be a really boring episode.
What do we name him?
Yeah.
Chief. Like Kansas City Chief.
Oh, blech. Nope. I don't like it.
And he's going to be huge.
Huge. Brian Sherwood, thanks for the $5. The Axial / Vanquish, the Ripper half track, coming soon. Oh. That's ruining 2 vehicles.
Hey, I just tried drifting myself a couple weeks ago.
In a real car or a little one?
No, not in a real car. In RC, they have like the Super G drift out here in Baldwin Park. It's not too far from. That's about a 30-minute drive for me.
Uh-huh.
But one of my buddies is way into it. Like, dude, into that drifting stuff. Spends hours there. And he invited me to come by and check it out. So I decided to go check it out and drive his car. And I'll tell you what, though, the scary part is the amount of tuning involved to get your car right.
Does he work at Hot Wheels?
Yes, we're talking about the same guy.
Yep.
Yeah. And it was crazy because it's funny, we all go to, if you've been racing or been to the track or been to wherever you go, you have a few guys that know what they're doing with the setups, and everybody kind of runs the same thing. They run the same car, the same radio, same electronics, whatever. Well, it was funny that I started to notice that everybody ran the Futaba radio. I think it was Futaba. Maybe it was the Airtronics radio. Definitely everybody had them. Yeah, I know you're Mr. Futaba. But I don't remember. Actually, I can't remember which one it was. But either way, they all had the same one. And it's because one guy there knows how to set up all the gyros and the speed controllers to Futaba, so everybody there runs that radio. And I was like the only one that, he brought a Spectrum radio for me to use. I was the only one with a Spectrum radio in the whole place, and everybody else had the Futaba radio.
Yep.
And I was like, dude, what is up with that?
Because they're all using like a 7PX.
Yeah.
They're running the top of the line Futaba.
Yeah. But it was crazy too. It was cool seeing all the scale parts that I was like, all right, all this stuff could actually go on to the scale off-road stuff. Like there's some pretty cool things in here and there. Then there was some specific parts. And then there's like so many different speed controllers and motors and gyros and the different levels of what is good, better, best. And then, dude, I mean, you do one crank of a turn on one corner of your shock and you're spinning out. So it's like the precision needed for really dialing those cars in, the rear-wheel drive cars in on these particular tracks. It was pretty intense, but everybody seemed to be having a good time. And it was the middle of an afternoon, like on a Thursday, and there was like 30 people in there drifting.
Yeah, that place
RC
is
cars.
super popular.
Yeah.
It is crazy to see. But yeah, they're all using 7PXs with, everything's all.
Why?
I honestly don't know what features they're using.
How many channels do you need?
Well, see,
X plus
here's
1. I don't know.
2?
Well, here's the next thing too.
No.
The next thing is these guys are starting to get into the competitive side, like our comp crawling is turning into for scalers. Now these guys are starting to take off all the crazy detail stuff, so they're not swinging around all that weight, and they're starting to make lighter bodies with just the exterior details. They're not adding all the intercoolers and the molded wings and all the crazy stuff on them. If you're hardcore for the competition stuff, you still have the guys that come out there and start, and they bolt all the cool things on it to make them look cool, but then you start realizing all this stuff is just taking away from the performance of the car. So it's pretty interesting to see when I was there, just watch, because I can't help it. I watch and look at how people are, what they're getting, what they're doing, what they're buying. And it was interesting to see how you had the guys that were just getting started that had bolted everything on. And then I could see these other guys that, all right, I'm watching this guy get around the track. This guy knows what he's doing, and he's got very minimal stuff on his car, but really will it.
Like, your friend, he's got the axial Unimog body on there with the rear cage and everything on his drift car, and it looks freaking sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. It looks good.
All right, I can get behind
it looks
that.
really good.
But so what you're saying is then, and you heard it here first, folks, Losi 22 Drift Edition coming soon.
With a wheelie bar.
Yeah.
Oh my.
All right.
It's also going to have a 69 Camaro body on it, because that is what Losi releases now.
Yeah, that's all we have are 69 Camaros.
We're milking that license dry.
Right. Yeah, no touring. No drift car. Now, I think that's one of those things where if you really think about it, though, if you want to do it right, we'd have to do so much to just try and make it legit. It's not worth doing. I mean,
and it's one of those. It's kind of like the super competitive side of rock crawling or FPV. It's like things move so fast that if you're going to try and do things on the scale of what a project needs to produce to a large scale company, it doesn't have the outcome. It doesn't have the lifespan and longevity for those projects to make it in the long run. MST does a pretty good job. They get some molded cars out that are really, this kit was $200 with a body.
Yeah.
Like, that's cheap. So,
and most of them are, if not all of them, are all-wheel drive. Is that correct?
No, rear-wheel drive is the thing.
Rear-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive is for
noobs.
Toddlers.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, now you have rear-wheel drive. You have rear-wheel drive, mid-motor, rear-wheel drive, taller motor, like high motor.
Gravity.
Yeah, and then you have the rear high center gravity 1, 2. I think there's like 4 different motor configurations now on the rear-wheel drive.
The front wheels, above them, behind them, way up behind. It's crazy.
2 meters behind it, in the box.
Exactly.
Lots
on
of
the
options.
wheelie bar. It's
in a trailer.
Is the Drift Unimog gray color? No, it's actually cow print.
Yeah.
Oh.
White black.
Does he also paint all of his cars the same way, like you do, Rich, or like John Schultz does?
No.
Okay.
No, he does whatever he wants. He does some pretty cool stuff.
How many people out there have like a scheme? Like, put it in the comments if you've got your color scheme for your cars or trucks or whatever. Everybody, you know, all-wheel drive is the same as 2.2s.
Amazing that the guy who comes up with project ideas can't come up with a single new paint idea.
Guys, what about...
What? I know we're trying to figure out what to do on the box art. Hear me out. Flames and a checkered flag.
Checker flag.
Get it on the 18. I actually got it on the 18. And I got it on the comp crawler. I got it on the comp crawler.
The comp crawler?
Yeah.
The midnight.
The comp crawler. That was back when I had the flames and a little bit of stripes back there. But yeah, the comp crawler, the original comp crawler had the... Well,
I guess I don't remember because it came clear, so it was just what was on the box.
Yeah, but the box had
I didn't remember the box art. Yeah.
Yep. So, but no, it's, you know what it is? It's just because I'm so old school. When I ran for Losi and Associate, I was an associated team driver for a couple of years, and then I raced for Losi. The Losi team, all the guys that were on the team had a very similar paint scheme, and then different color stripes or whatever it was. So I started out with the white, yellow, orange, and gray. And then it just kind of went from there to flames to... That was just part of the racing. Whenever I did touring car racing, whatever racing I was doing, you always ran your race scheme. And it just kind of carried over into my scale stuff because it was like, well, I think it'll be funny that I have my race schemes on my scale stuff because it's not scale. So that's why I've always just kind of done that. And then ever since then, it's like, hate on my flames. I don't care. I'm going to keep running them forever. And I don't have to paint them. I got a painter that does it, so I don't have to do anything.
Oh man, that would be nice. Oh wait, Josh has a painter too. His name is Most Jojo. And me apparently, but I haven't even opened that box for that stupid Fajan.
Fine with me. It's out of my studio. Joke's on you.
Taking up room in mine.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, but I get to have fun when picking the colors for the Vitara touring cars. I got to do all the colors on that. Pick the wheels.
You get to pick them. Do you also get to name them, the colors? Because we need some red and orange flashcards. This is red. This is orange. What?
Are you saying that he doesn't know what colors are which? It looks red to me.
I'm just saying.
Which one is this?
The SCX-10-3.
The orange one?
Yeah, the orange one.
Yeah.
Come on, Rich.
Do we have it red?
That is red.
It's red.
It's not red. It's orange.
That is red, Rich.
Oh, that's orange. You know one of the big problems is, though, too? On our box arts, those things end up coming darker, and they look red
right,
or whatever
it's the
color.
Box art that's the problem.
But, dude, I don't have one here, but... It's orange. I don't care what you say. It's orange.
Everybody who in the chat has one of the SCX-10-3 JLUs
RTR
in orange.
It's burnt orange, just like when he says it.
Go ahead and tell us what color you will call your vehicle. No. If you went and showed the vehicle to your wife and said, "What color is this?" What would she say?
Okay, all right, I'll give you that.
So it is orange.
But it's supposed to be orange.
Yeah, I agree.
Most people are saying red. Coming from the guy with a pink checked shirt. This is a red and blue checked shirt. And it's actually pretty dark blue. Anyway, whatever. Perry G wants to know, when did Rich race buggies for Associated?
89 through 90. Oh, no, 90 to 93.
Golden Age.
And then I went to start working for Losi in 94, so obviously I had to run a Losi car and switch to that.
Was that an awkward conversation when you went to work for them?
You know, actually, if anybody knows Gil Losi Sr., and maybe you guys weren't really around him, but he was an old school Italian. He would just tell it like it is, and I had a wonderful time with them. They're a great family, but I was running for Associated, and I was running the shop. Actually, I wasn't racing for Associated. I ran an Associated car, and I used to be the manager at a racetrack and could beat everybody at Losi. I was one of the fast guys. I was actually fast back in those days. And the Losi guys kept coming out trying to beat me with the Losi car, and they couldn't. And finally they said, hey, do you want to run for us? Yeah, get free stuff? Sounds good. So I started running for Losi. Got rid of my RC10 buggy, got my Losi buggy, and it was the worst car I had ever driven in my life. It was so bad. It pushed off the track. I couldn't get it to jump right. It was terrible. Now, the trucks were good, and I was happy with the trucks. I tried it for about 9 months, and I just gave up. I said, I can't do it. Brian Kinwall, rest in peace, he said, hey, dude, he says, I'll get you hooked up at Associated. Boom, sure as heck, he got me hooked up with Associated, so I quit Losi. And then a year later, I get a job at Losi. So the first day I walk in there, Gil Losi Jr. was the one who got me hired. Gil Losi Sr. looks at me and says, oh, this Richard. Are you kidding me? This I won't say the words he used, but because I knew him so well, he's like, this was running our car and then switched to that piece of crap RC10, and now we're going to give him a job and support him here? He's going to work here? Are you serious? And he gave me so much crap that day, and I was like, did I make a mistake? But after getting to know Pops, he was awesome. He was always a ball buster like that.
That's amazing. What a story.
But yeah, it was pretty rough the first day I came in, and he's like, oh yeah, I remember when you ran for us and we gave you a bunch of free stuff and then you quit. Are you going to quit again if we start asking you to do stuff around here? It's like, oh, dude. That day did not go well. On top of that, they were working on the double XT prototype, and this is before you could 3D print anything. They had machined all the molded parts out of Delrin and glued it all together.
Wow.
I come in on my first day. I'm there for 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh man, the new truck looks cool. And I push down on the body and I break the front shock tower. And John Anderson, who worked there, was the machinist who hated me forever because of that, I think, looked at me like, and just walked out. And I was like, it looks so good. I thought it was a real molded part. I didn't know. And that was my first day. I got chewed out by Pops, the owner of the company, because I quit running Losi, and then I break their photo car. It's like, can I just go do what I'm supposed to be doing here?
I will hand in my resignation now.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, that is, I think it's just a natural thing. If you see an RC car on a desk or a shelf or anything, you just naturally, your hand just kind of goes out to it and you just push down on it. It's natural.
You just smash it down.
And I'm like, oh man, that's the new truck. And I'm like, oh, oh my. Yeah. Let's go get you set up with HR, and then you can get to work.
Yeah. We're going to set you up with HR, and then we're going to also set you up with HR again so they can fire you.
Right.
Exactly. You know what? I'm just going to have you fill out each of these, and just don't date the second one.
Right.
Shortest severance package ever.
Right. But it actually turned out good. I got along really good there. I worked through the entire company from shipping, receiving, production, machine shop, QC, team management, website, stickers, manuals. I mean, I did pretty much everything there. And I got to travel all over the world, so I can't complain. It was an awesome job.
That's pretty cool.
They took care of me on that. And then it turned into what it's turned into, where now I'm a developer. So it's 25 years worth of being with Losi and Horizon total.
Incredible. What a storied...
And you have to stay in California the whole time. So...
Yeah.
That's a good bonus.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
Wow, that's...
Yeah. It's been good. And a lot of fun experiences. The only crazy part is I can't remember a lot of it. Like people come, hey dude, remember we ran at this race and we did this and this? No,
drugs were pretty strong back then, Rich.
Yeah.
No comment. No, but
it's like it'll be the next like Doc Ellis story that we'll get out of like Rich, who he's like, you know what? There was this one race where I was so high on acid, and
Doc Ellis.
I will tell you,
Doc Anto.
I got a great team manager story. one time, so I was the team manager. I'm responsible for everybody. I did it for about 10 years. I've got to book the rooms, book the rental cars, book the air travel. I take care of all the guys' food, make sure they get back and forth, the whole bit, right? And I had a couple of my guys that they were a little partiers and whatever, and I knew it, but I would tell them, guys, just chill out when we're at the hotel so I don't have to get in any trouble. I'm responsible for all you guys. Now, keep in mind, everybody's like 21 and older, that type of stuff. So I'm hanging out in my room, and we're in Houston for one of the nationals, and all of a sudden I hear fireworks going off. And I'm like, who is firing fireworks? And I walk over, and I look out my room, and down the way, one of the guys that I'm paying for their room and travel and everything is shooting fireworks from his front door of his hotel room. Like, the good stuff, because you can get that in Texas.
Are we talking about a motel?
Motel, hotel, yeah.
Okay,
I
was trying to figure out,
motel. Yeah, it was a motel. You parked in front of your room.
So. Okay. As I say, I was like,
sorry. No.
He's in the hallway?
What an interesting hotel.
Motel. He was in the motel. Sorry.
Oh.
And so I walk up to him like, dude, what are you doing? I look in the room, and one of our other team drivers is cutting weed on a Burger King tray that they stole from the Burger King so they could get ready to smoke a few bowls. Guys, this is the opposite of everything I asked you to do. You're lighting fireworks and you're cutting weed on a tray with the door open to your room. Please. So I couldn't believe that happened, right? They closed the door, whatever. Mm-hmm. Well, here's the funny part. Nobody knew that I knew those guys were smoking weed. All the other team guys thought that I didn't know what was going on. So I would wait until I see all the guys going into that one room. I'd let them close the door. I'd give them about 5 minutes, and then I would go knock on the door. Hey, what's up? What's going on, guys? Let me in. And they would open the door. I see everybody else. Oh,
just eat it, man. Just eat it. Just get rid of it.
Yeah, we're just watching TV and hanging out. I'm looking at half the guys, and I can tell they're stoned out of their mind, and they're trying to be like, don't let Rich know. Don't let Rich know. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool. I could just see them saying that in their head. Be cool. Just chill. He's not going to say anything. I'm not going to get kicked off the team. Just chill. Just chill. I'd be all, what's up with you? You're right? Yeah, I'm cool. I'm just watching TV. All right, you guys have a good night. And I walk out. I'd be laughing my ass off all the way back to the room because I knew they were all.
You know what's funny, Rich, is that actually by telling everybody this story, you're actually invalidating any of the races that they participated in the next day.
Exactly. Right.
So
all
those performance-enhancing drugs. Those guys are right. Those guys are done.
I don't know if you've been to a lot of RC events, Matt, but.
Wait a second. Wait a second, Josh.
Like a lot of results would be invalidated.
Are you trying to tell me that people do drugs? First you tell me that people drive these RC semis outside, and then you tell me people are doing drugs.
You know how fast you're going?
Matt, some of these guys were. Yeah, and some of these guys were so bad. They would be at the table. We'd be at the pit tables or whatever, and be like, "Hey, let's go get some lunch." And he was like, "Dude, I just ate lunch." He goes, "No, let's get some lunch." Oh, all right.
Oh, I understand.
Can you be any more obvious? My God.
No, Rich, I'm talking about smoking weed.
Right.
There's a safety meeting over by the tree.
But during those years, we probably would have. We crushed everybody for about, I think it was like 7 years in a row. We won like every race and everything. So I couldn't bust their balls too hard about it because we were still doing well. So
yep, there you go.
But I had some pretty fun stories. Stories.
It seems like a good time because
we've all had those.
That was the golden age, though. Like 89 through 94, 95. That was, I would argue that was when RC had sort of hit its pinnacle in terms of the competition and people traveling all over the world and companies vying for all those titles. Like that was, for me anyway, I'd say it was sort of that time.
Yeah, I'd say it was up to about 99 when it was super heavy. That's when we were paying a lot of drivers.
Okay.
A lot of companies were paying a lot of drivers, big salaries. Yeah. I mean, some of these guys, quite frankly, I know one guy that cleared 120K in 1 year racing RC cars, and that's all he did. And that was because he had some bonuses for winning a nationals, winning a worlds,
contingency stuff.
Contingency stuff and salaries.
I had heard some of those salaries into the 2000s.
Oh, sure.
There's actually still some pretty big salaries out there, but it's kind of slowed down a little bit only because racing isn't as big as it was in that era, in my opinion.
Oh, I definitely think that's the case.
I would agree that it's not nearly the same draw that it used to be. I mean, I think it's still really competitive, but I don't know that the salaries are still there.
Yeah, I mean, it was wild because we would go with, I would take 42 boxes of wheels and tires, like big boxes that would have 50 to 80 tires in a box, into my room, and then I would have 42 team drivers that I'd be responsible for to make sure they had tires, wheels, foam. I'd be doing lap times, kind of keeping an eye on what Associated was doing, grabbing food. It was a crazy job. I mean, I traveled a lot, but yeah, it was. We spent a lot of money.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah,
because what I understand from racing is that like a set of wheels and tires is good for one race. Because the tracks are so hard and grippy and just tear those tires to pieces.
It seems like a lot of that stuff with the racing kind of almost tailed off with the decline of the popularity of the magazines.
Yeah, I'd agree.
You know?
Yeah.
It was just like, because if it wasn't just that spread of coverage that got in the magazine of who won the races, what they were running it with, you know, how you could see that list of people and what cars they were running, you know, when it was just on the internet, it was another thing. It seems like it kind of tailed off as the other one went up.
Yeah.
But
because that was the big thing. You wanted to see the magazine, to see the results, get your car in there. I mean, everybody was looking for the last race, the next race, that type of stuff. And then as they tapered off, I agree. And then races started to kind of go away, and it just started slowing down.
When the trophy girls stopped showing up, that's when I lost interest. So,
right.
Yeah, it's one of the. It's still out there, and I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's definitely not as popular as it was, but I will say that we've been having very, very good last 2 years with TLR, because the guys have been getting their buggies together pretty good.
That's good.
That's the challenge, is that trying to find, you know, you have guys on carpet, you have guys on clay tracks, you have guys on outdoor tracks, not that many, but there's still some out there. And then you're trying to have all those cars work on all these tracks, mid motor, rear motor, these pins, these tires. I mean, it's just the charging, it's just insane. I mean, I go over there and I'm like, I don't even want to do this, but the people that are into it, you know, it's just like comp crawling and everything else. When you really get into it, you start going crazy, and they're still out there running them.
I think Toad Daddy said it best here. It's picking back up, all because of flying cars.
I'm just waiting for the big air competition.
I still haven't seen it.
Rich, come on, man.
I know. I gotta see.
It's only been over a year.
Yeah.
Why aren't big air competitions a thing in RC? I mean, that seems like an obvious one. Everyone wants to know how fast something goes or how high something jumps.
That's true. How many houses can this jump?
There's one A-scale race that they do that. They have a jumping contest.
You know what it is?
They do it every year.
Because the parts guys that work for all these guys that are sponsored can't afford to get them all the parts once they break it.
I mean, you want to talk about some, like, you can only imagine the different ways it would go. Like, I know at, what's Horizon's RC Fest?
Yeah.
They had they would put the ramp at the end of the runway, and it was a long jump. You know, how far?
Oh, that's right. I was there with you that year when they did that.
Yeah. And how far can you go? And, you know, that's, but I don't understand why that doesn't happen more often.
Yeah.
It seems like one of the easier events to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need a giant ramp.
Giant ramp. Who could go? Proline had that Monster Truckapalooza event that they threw in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And great time. They did kind of monster truck style down and back racing, you know. So it was just, and it was timed. So I don't think it wasn't bracket style. So it was timed, and you weren't necessarily. But so they had that racing. They had a King of the Hill event. They had, can't remember what other one, and then they had one called Monster Darts, where they had a big ramp. All the people were there, and then they had pile of sand with a flag in it, and it was the closest person who could hit the flag. You know, they had a guy standing out there just like, oh, landed here. And he's like, here was the closest spot. And then every time somebody would get closer, he would just keep moving. And you could go as many times as you wanted, as long as you could keep your car running, just over and over. And I had bought an Arma Outcast 6S before going down there. Because I was like, if I'm going to go down to the event, I might as well bring something. And I hucked that Outcast off of that ramp so many times. The Armas have like these little bulges on the bottom side of the chassis where like the ring gear is clear. And I basically wore that off because their ramp was expanded metal. So as I would hit it, it would
just scrape it right off.
Compress. It would just over, basically smooth that thing off. But I ended up winning the event, and then I got a wooden trophy, probably at the office. But
it was the stick the man was using to measure how close you were to the
exactly.
thing.
Yeah,
here's your prize. This stick.
Here's your prize. Monster Truck of Palooza.
Wow.
But
I guess that's a thing.
We need more big air.
Yeah.
We need more big air or long jumps.
Long jump competition. I mean, Josh, you and I could start it on a monthly mayhem. We could do that.
Yeah.
Then you put a ramp at the end of the drag strip.
Somebody said that in the chat. That's a great idea.
That would be
But
sick.
that's like
70 miles an hour.
You win / lose.
Yeah.
My carbon fiber chassis.
Hey, Josh, I wasn't there. How bad was it to the guys that did crash? Like, I mean, are we talking chassis breaking and all that type of stuff, or is it just, tweaking it, whatever, and they would put them back together?
At the long jump?
At the Nationals. At the Nationals. I'm sorry. The drag Nationals.
It was everything. Everything from balls cup popping off to chassis bending in half. Like,
wow.
Absolutely everything in between. I saw entire front ends of cars ripped off of chassis.
That's so crazy to think that they spent all that money to go there, one round, throw it down on the track, and hope you made, or 2 passes. You got your practice pass and that.
Right.
But it was awesome to watch. I enjoyed it.
I saw some people win, cross the finish line, and then destroy it.
Yeah, right. And then they're done. They can't fix it in time.
I think that was the one issue at that event, was that somebody did that and then borrowed somebody else's car. And maybe moved the body over.
I don't like that.
And then it got noticed and corrected. But the person had won their next race. And so it got corrected. The person who would have been running got to run against that person. And then I can't remember how everything went from there. But yeah.
That's a weird one.
It was actually pretty cool. I enjoyed watching it. I've kind of always liked drag racing, and it kind of surprised me when they did the coverage and saw it out there. And I was like, actually, I'm entertained. My wife's like, "Are you really watching RC drag cars right now?"
I watched all of it.
I was like,
it was amazingly good fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's 2.2 seconds at a time. Like, I wish that there was a way to, see things a little bit. Have a replay at the finish line, something like that, to be able to have some of those views.
Yeah,
it's just so tough.
It's a lot to set up.
Ever going to?
That's a lot to set up.
Yeah,
and you know what kind of worked out good too is when John Schultz was actually starting to talk about it, because he's such into the drag racing stuff. It was cool to have someone there that kind of could talk about it and share some of the stuff. I mean, when he talks about all this turbo timing and all this other stuff, it's like, holy cow, that's a whole nother level of what's going on with these things. But the fact that he was able to talk about it kept us all entertained. I told John that when we saw him at the Nats, I was like, dude, you did a great job on that thing. It was awesome.
You're not terrible to listen to talk, after all.
No, you know what? You can listen to him talk for a long time, and it doesn't grate on your soul. Travis popped back into the chat. He said, my dad, my uncle, and I set up the freestyle course for Monster Palooza.
Great job.
I told you he's a dork, man. He's into it.
It was so much fun. That was a great event.
Yeah, you should just reward him with
I had no plan.
That tank thing.
Nope, exactly. Just let him
do it.
I had no plans of going to that event until like 2 days before. And Dan and fam were like, hey, we're going to go down to this thing. I was like, all right, let's go.
Let's go.
And had a blast.
Oni had a suggestion, though. No prep drag where the winner gets through the finish, but a ramp pops up for the loser.
There you go. Like an old Hot Wheel track. Something like that. You go flying off. That'd be cool.
And then you might win the long jump. It's like a secondary prize.
You know, it was pretty cool too when you said Proline. We actually went out there a couple weeks ago to visit the team. Now that they're part of Horizon,
Yes.
it was pretty cool. We actually had a meet and greet. Got to meet the Proline guys. They got to meet our guys. We all hung out, had some pizza, talked. We got to walk around. It was strange too because Tim Clark, who works at Proline, he's been there like probably the longest.
Yep.
He's like, dude, it's so crazy to think that we're working together when you and I used to be almost, although we've been friendly, mortal enemies because it was Proline tires against Losi tires. You know, that type of stuff. And now I'm walking around, you know, the shop and they're showing me around and we're seeing everything that they're working on and they're seeing all the stuff we're working on, and pretty interesting dynamic. It's pretty cool to meet everybody.
That would be a very wild just mentality change. Just
I imagine a lot of those like handshakes where you're like, oh, hey, nice to see you. And it's just,
like
we didn't see you.
Isn't that Step Brothers? They're just like,
yeah. We can really show. We're gonna show them this. They're gonna get to see this. Like, oh man!
Don't show them the ripsaw. Don't show them.
Not even if there's a fire.
Don't show them the ripsaw. Don't show them that.
Don't show them the rip.
Yeah,
that's our secret.
But it was pretty cool. And just for those people that are going to be on the thing saying, "Oh, Horizon's going to ruin Proline." No, Proline's going to do their thing. We got to still make stuff in the USA. It's really going to happen. Although I will admit, I think there's some things that we could continue to or actually make in Taiwan or China if we needed to. There's some, you know, like some of the molded trinket parts. I think that's some stuff that we should be able to do in different parts or different factories, because I think Proline could do some really, really, really cool stuff. I'd rather have them focus on making all that cool, crazy stuff and not necessarily.
You heard it here first, folks.
I'm not trying.
Rich Trujillo said it. Said it here first.
It started. We found
all the wheels and all the tires are all going to be made in Taiwan.
4/28/21, 7:50 p.m.
That is just my opinion. That is just me, the product developer, trying to make things efficient and trying to make some cooler stuff for Proline, and let me do some of that basic stuff.
They're gonna.
That's only me.
Started cutting costs.
Oh, and
I know.
Conveniently,
I probably shouldn't have opened my mouth.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have. Or better yet, you shouldn't have come on the show.
I know. I should have known when I saw that no camping on that damn thing.
All right, so Proline, focus all your attention on these tracks. We gotta get these tracks figured out.
Exactly. We need belted ripsaw tracks. Stacked.
Belt.
Well, on that note, maybe we should let Rich go for tonight. We've thrown him under so many buses.
Yeah. I'm done.
You'll be on the phone tomorrow morning. Like, you'll get a call.
I'm actually getting my second COVID shot tomorrow, so I'm going to be out. I'm going to have I can't make it. I had my second shot, so I don't get the emails tomorrow.
Which one did you start with?
Were you really on with those guys?
Which one did you start with?
I actually got Moderna.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But my wife and my son got
AZ?
Pfizer.
Oh, I got Pfizer. Yeah, that was no problem.
Pfizer.
I got. Yeah, you got the Pfizer. You've got a problem, Josh. If that's the shot you got.
Took 5 months to get.
I don't understand. I mean, I love motorcycles, but nothing else seemed to have done any good.
All right, Rich. Thank you.
Thanks, Rich.
Yeah.
Such a pleasure.
No problem. My pleasure. Even talking to Josh was a pleasure tonight.
I know. I have to do this every week.
I try and watch. I'm on there for 5 minutes and just like I can't anymore. I gotta get off. This show is still on. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's still on.
You know why it's still on? Because nobody told us to stop.
Right.
No one told us to start, for that matter. But
oh man,
I'm just like, we should do this. Wednesdays work.
Sure. All right.
Right on, guys.
Rich, thanks again. We'll see you again soon, buddy.
All right.
Take care of yourself.
Cool. See you guys later.
Bye.
See you.
Heck of a guy.
I like that it says Josh kicked out Rich from the call. I like that. And it's like right in the bottom of my Skype. Bam. Josh kicked out Rich.
We don't need him anymore. We got what we needed. Comedy. And a lot of confirmed rumors.
All of them. Some we didn't even know
I
existed
didn't
yet.
even know that was a thing. There you go.
I didn't mention though that I did picked up the Prusa.
Hey, all right. Good for you.
Matt talked me into it. Said we couldn't be friends anymore if I didn't.
I didn't know we were friends. So that's news to me.
Making some big assumptions there, sir.
We share a lot of time together, but I'd say we're more of well-wishers in that we don't wish anybody any specific harm. No, that's great. You're going to love it. I haven't been printing today, but I print something pretty much every day. And it just happily just prints away.
Yep.
I don't have to do anything.
I'm going to get my old one here to Brandon, so he's got one at home.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
Poor Brandon
minor
up
problems.
there, you know.
All that's ever happened with.
Oh yeah,
other than that,
the giant ball of
ball of
filament.
around.
It's normal.
I think there's a simple fix for that.
Diablo 5.3 wants to know, hey, so what's your honest opinions on the CN F450?
I buy worthless RCs all the time, and I have no interest in ever purchasing that.
I don't have any interest in purchasing it either because I don't think it looks good.
I even like those type of trucks in the full-size world.
You would. I don't have much interest in it because I don't see the thing. It's sort of like a drift car for me. I don't really get it. Like, what would you do with that? What would
you say you do here?
What would you? Yeah. What gives you the right?
How dare you?
Yeah, what's the first thing you said? Who do
you think
you are? What gives you the right?
We can just ask the questions in this book. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's ask the questions in this book.
It's a rock. Suck on this.
Suck on this.
I don't know what I would do with this CEN F450. That's more of a question for Tony, I think, from CCXRC.
Yeah, hard pass. Not only the style's okay, but even the construction of it, not a fan.
Yeah, the chassis is weird.
Transmission is weird.
A rail. Yeah.
So
Josh doesn't want it because he's jealous of the rims on it because he can't get them for his Gladiator. I bet you could.
I could do it.
I bet you definitely could. Yeah. Well, that's 2 hours ish.
Yep.
Are we gonna call it for tonight?
I think that we're close.
So. All right. Well, I've got a running video coming out tomorrow. I ran my Range Rover Classic for the first time ever. My C-Max Range Rover Classic. Got it muddy. So that video is coming out tomorrow. What'd you say?
Watch. I said I'm ecstatic.
Are you? You know which one I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Look it's got real mud on it now.
It's got real mud, not just painted mud.
Not just painted mud.
It
was fun. It was fun because it's super top heavy.
Oh.
Slow. And not very capable. But it was a blast. I had such a great time.
Range Rover.
Range Rover. One wife. Livid.
Some companies still know how.
Guaranteed to break. The Range Rover never break.
So, yeah. No, that'll be great.
Yeah, so I got that coming out tomorrow.
Hopefully
you're doing a build on Friday?
Well, hopefully my live streaming works. So that's something I'm going to have to explore.
Yeah.
So, yes, I have that. I have the drift chassis to do. And then the Friday after that, I've got the VS410 Flex Seal edition. That I have not told Nicole about. That
exceptional.
Here's what I bought on the plane to pick up your kitten.
The cat was the priority. This was the second priority.
Yes. Yes, that's going to make for an extra layer.
C-Max 2, yes, that came out as well. We'll talk.
Yeah,
you can talk about that in the news, and then we can talk about that next week.
Will do. I saw the post about it, but that was about all. So
yeah.
Should
all right.
That.
Let me thank some people.
Do it.
Gunnar Nissen, Brian Sherwood, Quack RC, DJ McKenzie, Robbie Chapman, RC Dave Charged Up, Jared Marston, Perry G, DJ McKenzie again, Justin Consistent, Slow Don, Perry G, Lone Star RC Guy, Travis Bear, Brian Sherwood. Thank you very much, everybody. It's been a real pleasure to watch Josh check his email.
I'm writing notes for Scale News for you people.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. I'm thinking maybe Lightroom Live comes back next week in its new and improved form, where we get more interactivity.
Like paint by numbers?
Yeah, I'm going to get other people to do it. And then
How do we
just
vote for vignette?
Vignette. I'll just create a vignette button.
Every dollar, every photo gets a more vignette.
Yeah. You pay me for vignettes.
Yes, done.
All right, everybody.
It's going to be...
It'd be super dark. It's just going to be a little tiny pinhole in the middle. Shoo!
Shoo!
Have a great night. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you next week. Take care. Love you. Bye.